Hello you guys, it's Hydra here, and today I'm going to show you another Wi-Fi battle. It's Sub Sunday, and I've been doing a couple of battles I've been kind of streaming lately, and I've been trying to get a hold of the streaming process. So if you see me on your channel feed, don't worry about it. I'm trying to get the hang of it. I'm trying to be more creative and more intuitive with it. What you're seeing right now is my live stream layout, and I just want to. This is for the people that didn't see or didn't catch it, or just didn't. It was too laggy for you guys to even care. This is what I actually look like. So I actually got the sub box, donations, music, and stuff like that. I like to do chill streams. Sometimes I like to battle my subscribers and stuff like that. And this is where this battle spawned from. My opponent is a subscriber, and they just called me in the chat and just said, "Hey, can we battle?" You know, and I said, "Sure. You know, I got time. It's whatever." So it'll be fun. Hopefully, when I get some more subscribers, we can probably run 2-on-2 or anything like that, or something more fun. And hopefully, we can all get a nice viewing experience, because that's my biggest problem was. I've been trying to get the streaming quality down, and it's been quite the journey. So anything I'm doing on my channel, whether it be layouts or anything like that, just bear with me. You know, it's a lot of times, you know, you see these big YouTubers and they really have all their stuff already made, and you know, that's because it took trial and error. So that's what I'm doing. So let's get into this battle now. I leave off my Iron Man, my favorite Aggron. When you see Iron Man, you can tell that's my favorite Aggron. I named it after my favorite superhero. So my opponent sends out the Ninetales like I knew it. My opponent would, because you know, snow warning plus a royal bear is very common. So that's why in this turn, even though I sacrificed my sturdy for because the hail's gonna buff it, I decided to get my stealth rocks up because I knew this alone Ninetales cannot touch it because I was just both the stabs. So, and the stealth rocks gonna outlast the royal veil by a long shot, unless it has a rapid spin or something, or default, something like that, which I know none of my opponents Pokemon had access to. So then my opponent sends out this Umbreon. Umbreon is a very bulky Pokemon. People know that I kind of despise Umbreon because it's so bulky and it's very annoying. And of course it does what it does, you know. So I wasn't kind of scared of this thing, but I knew what it's capable of. And most Umbreon days run Curse, Foul Play, Toxic of course, and Moonlight. It's a very stally and bulky Pokemon. So that's why I wasn't gonna play games with it. So I sent out my Terrakion, and this is kind of the part that was getting to me most. My Terrakion came confused. They had confused around this set, so it was getting impaled by ice, and this word thing, it kept hitting itself. So I'll keep trying to click close combat so I can take this thing down, and it's not, you know, it's not doing what I want to do. Now, first time we got lucky, and this word thing, I knew it was something, like, it was just messed up. So right now, I believe this time where it finally hit the close combat, even though it really didn't even matter, because it was like whatever. And you know what, I was kind of wrong, because it hit itself again, which is very unfortunate. I'm like, Terrakion was, I'm gonna be sure, Terrakion was basically very useless in this match, you know. And so that's why at this point in time I had to call Terrakion back. So okay, we're gonna try something else. So I sent out my Iron Man again, and my Iron Man kind of walls my opponent's whole team. So right now they're gonna Calm Mind up, get their attack up, stuff like that. And this is where I have to just really just hope Iron Man just comes through and break the paralysis. Because I can see this thing is very bulky too. You really don't see Comfey a lot, and because we're a new Pokemon, but it's really good, especially with Triage. The ability it has, you know, gives priority to healing moves and stuff like that. So right now it's going for Calm Mind. Now, my advice to my opponent next time, when you're in the face of danger, do not send out. You shouldn't rely on hacks to take care of your opponent, because you know, even though I'm paralyzed, you know, you got Aggron sitting right here. That's stab. That's attack power. So it's going to get the least C for residual damage, residual health. And right now the para does what it's doing, and I'm stuck. So right now it's kind of a not good situation for me. So all I gotta do is hope Aggron can really just take this thing down and resist both its stab. So right now I believe at this turn it's going to go for the the Draining Kiss, and the Royal Veil finally wears off. That means I can really do damage now. That right there should have been a sign for my opponent to say, okay, this is not going to work. And not because sometimes you forget that Royal Veil's up because it happens in the first turn, and such you can't get rid of it. And this was the kind of that turn right there where I got paralyzed. It kind of made this match harder for me because right now I'm getting my health is going down. I'm getting attacked by this Drain Kiss, So right now it's not really looking good for me. So right now I gotta attempt the third time, and really kill this thing. So right now I'm hanging on by 14. Now thank God I hit the Iron Tail, because Iron Tail only has 70% accuracy from what I believe, and I get the defense drop too. So that should have been. So this is where my opponent switches out, I believe. Even though it's kind of a little bit late, because that's the reason why I set up the Stuff Rocks in the first place, because I wanted to get the residual damage off possible. So you guys punch your opponent for switching in and out. And the reason why I took out my Terrakion, because it has a Scarf Poison Jab. So but I actually forgot that it has priority. So I'm like, oh god damn. So it wasn't looking too good for me, and I thought, I'm like, damn, I'm about to get 6-0 on stream. So 2 heavy hitters already went down, and it wasn't a good look for me. So this is the part where my Heatran, because I resist both. My Heatran resists both. Well, actually not both, but it's Stab. And this is where I have to play my cards right. So right now I got Heatran, have the Air Balloon, as everybody seen, and I have to go for the Flash Cannon. So Flash Cannon hopefully does thing. It'd be great for if it goes to if it gives defense drop, but it didn't. And it just did damage like I wanted to. So now my opponent, this should be the green light for my opponent to get up out of here. And now I kind of seen this coming. That's why I kept going for Flash Cannon. So Stab is very, when you don't really have enough to touch a Pokemon that's coming in, it's best to go for Stab. So anyway, I go for Flash Cannon again, get this Umbreon out here. I got tired of seeing it. I kind of hate this Pokemon. And correction, I thought I did, but the Moonlight, it was just very annoying. Like, it was just die already. And the worst part is I didn't have my Terrakion to get it out of here. So I sent out my Tapu Bulu. Tapu Bulu had like one job, and it was for shit like this. Now that's why I really didn't trip off when it got poisoned, because I already know what I'm about to go for. Especially, all I needed was for my opponent to stay in, so I could stay in and neutralize the threat. And this is what I had to do. So I go for the Woodhammer Bloom Doom, and it didn't stand a chance. Especially in the grass terrain, that's Stab too. It didn't stand a chance. And that's when I can really say the threat is actually gone. And then Tapu Bulu actually did his job, because a lot of people don't know Umbreon can be very bulky and annoying. And that's just how I feel about all Umbreon. Actually, the nicest thing I can say about Umbreon is I like it shiny. The shiny's very cool. It's my favorite color. But people that battle me a lot, they actually know how I feel about it. So anyway, we're gonna move on to Greninja. And Greninja, I already knew it was gonna happen. Ice Beam is very common, and I already knew it was bye-bye to Tapu Bulu. And the good thing is it wasn't Ash Greninja. Like, if I just noticed, like, if it was Ash Greninja, I probably would have lost because the battle bond. But this is like kind of your standard Greninja, life orb. So very fast trooper. This is why I'm sending out my Reggie I'm down 3-6 or some shit like that. It goes for the accessory. Now my Reggie is a freaking monster. It's like I like all my Reggies equally, but in certain situations Reggie come through. Just like each Reggie has their own situation where they have to come through. So right now I put on my Sub-Zero, and he's just eating these hits up. And plus with the whatchamacallit, so my opponent kind of knew that I wasn't seeing it. So that's why I go for the Rock Polish right here, and I kind of predicted that my opponent sees whatever's not working. So that's why I try to get the speed up. Now this is where an important part comes in. So right now I'm gonna go for the Stab Ice Beam, probably get Freeze Hacks, probably won't get it. But you know, best to get the freeze. Hit it with stab because I know what Zerns is capable of. So I didn't know if it had a Z fairy crystal. I don't know if it was a power herb. Maybe it was power herb. Cause, my opponent did tell me that I forgot to put an item on it. So that's what I'm thinking, because nobody usually run Xerneas without it. So yeah. So right now I just keep hitting it with the Ice Beam, trying to wear this thing down. Hopefully, I'm not sure if Xerneas has access to heal move, but finally gets all the Geomancy move, and I'm pretty sure my investments in my Regice, I'm pretty sure it couldn't one shot it unless it was a crit, and maybe even then that might be a reach. So because I'm at full health, so right now my opponent calls out its Xerneas, and right now I'm just gonna hit it with the Ice Beam again, hoping that I can kill this thing. Or I think Thunderbolt, because I have Thunderbolt on this thing too. So yeah, like I hit it with the Ice Beam. I think it's resisted. So the Hail is not really affecting me because I'm an Ice type. Roar Veil, I already kind of knew what it wanted, so that's why I wasn't really tripping on it. So that's why I went for Thunderbolt, because you know, if I would have did Ice Beam plus the Roar Veil, it wouldn't did nothing. But as you can see, my Regice is becoming a problem for my opponent, and it actually just gets a crit. So the Roar Veil is gone. It's not coming back after this last time I'm having it. So keep in mind that I still have two rock polish, 2 up, because I have rock polish plus the stuff rock. So right now it really doesn't even matter if it's that Royal Veil up, because that should be enough to kill it with stab. So right now the Xerneas is gone, and I still got my leftovers. So my Regice is bringing me back in the game, and I'm very thankful for it. So this is where, unfortunately, it's kind of a double-edged sword, because I didn't expect this Charizard. It has to be a Jolly Charizard, and I'm gonna tell that was a Charizard X, because no Charizard Y would use a Flare Blitz, first of all, and second of all, most Charizards are very Charizard X, they run very powerful, physically powerful. So this is why I sent out my Heatran, because I knew I already had my Air Balloon up, so it couldn't Earthquake me, and Dragon Claw, I resist Dragon, and I have Flash Fire. So that's why, you know, it was Heatran was the best one, and I go for the Ancient Power just on an off chance, just in case it was or Charizard Y, which is very off, because Charizard has no way of running from even rock type whatsoever. So this is where I sent out my Gastrodon. Now my Gastrodon is a star player in this, so I sent out my Gastrodon and have Storm Drain. Storm Drain is a very good ability. In my opinion, it's the only really way to go for Gastrodon. So, and this was a deciding factor, because some Greninjas, they carry Grass Knot. So if my opponent had Grass Knot, I probably would have lost. But that's why I predicted I go for the Sludge Wave. You know, hopefully it kills, and which it thankfully did. And right after that, I kind of knew it was game, because Greninja took more stealth damage, and the reason why I really wasn't tripping, just in case it went for the Ice Beam, which it did. Even if I would have got frozen, next turn I would have went for the Scald, it would have melted the ice, and my opponent still would have lost. And that's basically about it on this match. So now we're about to go to round 2. Round 2 is just as good, so I hope you stay tuned for it, and I'm about to switch to it. Okay, so now we're at battle number 2, and this is where I kind of use my battle for my last Sub Sunday video. I sent out my Lucario. It's my physical Lucario. Like I said before, I have 2 Lucarios, and you know, I kind of figured it would send out Toxapex, but just in case, I sent out Lucario anyway. So it's gonna do Toxic Spikes, and Toxic Spikes gonna be my opponent's saving grace. So I sent out my Tapu Lele, and Tapu Lele, you know, it for me personally, it has its pros and cons. You know, with Psychic Terrain, because you can't use a priority, and your priority can be used against you, which times that you really don't need it. You know, so right now, my opponent goes for Bang for Bunker. That's a really good move, because you can always get, like stuff like protect. You can really scout your opponent, and I kind of knew it was scouting me, so that's why I switched Tapu Lele out, and I switched him back into Lucario because I knew Lucario. I knew it was gonna switch out to something. So and this happened to be a Ninetales, so that's why I kind of switched back into it, Lucario. And that was the matchup I wanted. That was the matchup I wanted. That's why the first time I sent out Lucario because I was just casing myself a Royal Veil, and I think my opponent knew that I couldn't use Bullet Punch anyway because Psychic Terrain. So eventually set up the Royal Veil. So I'm maybe evolving, and I go for the next thing that's the best next thing that's available for Lucario for these fairy types, and that's Poison Jab. And Poison Jab can be very useful on some mons, you know. So I was kind of debating go for Swords Dance, but I didn't want to go there just in case because it's best to get damage off as is. So right now I'm getting hurt by the ice, and which is very unfortunate. So my opponent withdrew the Ninetales, and you can see how he might need that later, and you see what a threat my Lucario is. So I use the Sword Dance just in case he wanted to go on something else, and I could be prepared for it. And I was hoping that the Psychic Terrain would end by now, but I don't know if I was counting the turns. So Charizard is back out, and I know okay this thing is pretty fast. So I'm gonna get up out of here and hopefully get into something that I can at least not get killed by. So I'll go to my Thundurus now, and my Thundurus main purpose was just to slow this thing down. The Thundurus has a Focus Sash on it. It's a standard. It's not standard, but it's a prankster Thundurus. You know, Thunder Wave, taunt, good for those settle mons. And I already know not to use taunt after Charlie Dragon for the simple fact that, you know, one is really good enough. If you do any more than that, just depending on what you're running, you're just being greedy. So that's why I knew to go for Thunder Wave to slow it down. Hopefully it doesn't miss, you know, because it's kind of like Toxic where it's going to hit most of the time, but it won't hit all the time. And the good thing that it came through when I needed it most. So that's when I kind of just did taunt just in case I want to go for Dragon Dance and get the speed back up. And you know, after it hits the Thunder Wave, its purpose already been served. So thank you, Thundurus, for going down for that. And I sent in my Akainu, and that's my Primal Groudon. I love Primal Groudon. And if it wasn't for this poison, it would have been massive for it would have been chaos for my opponent. So right now, I'm reverting back to Primal form, and I really love Primal form. But on the subject, I go for the Per Process Blaze for the simple fact that, you know, it's stab, and it's going to be hard for my opponent to really get around Groudon, especially with the Extreme Drought, Extreme I forgot what it's called, but you can't use water moves, and water does not resist ground, so I just kill it with that, and it just did this. And Toxapex is very bulky mon, so you gotta know, and it's a critical hit, so that goes down, and it was the poison kind of wearing me down. And right now my opponent says it's Metagross. Now right now this kind of blows my mind. I'm waiting till it shows, but this Metagross kind of been saved the hell out of my opponent, and you know, in the fire from a stab Metagross, and that's hell of a while. So Earthquake, you know, he did pretty good damage. It's not stab, but it's gonna be enough for the poison to kind of wear me down. So right now I'm at 37, and the crazy part is I believe the Royal Veil is still up. And that's from what I've seen. But I go for the Fire Punch again just in case, because I was caring about accuracy. If I would have for Purposes Blades, it would have killed. I would have probably swept my opponent. And yeah, like I said, the Royal Veil was up, and that's kind of crazy. Don't you think? When you think about it, it's an extreme heat. Not the only thing that can match extreme heat is Kyogre's Rain, or Mega Rayquaza's Delta Stream, I believe. And I'm like, how is their Royal Veil is still up? And I thought it goes down when the weather goes out. But hey, but now I sit in my Lucario because I know my opponent's gonna try to get that Aurora back. I'm not gonna bullet punch the hell out of this thing, and it won't. It'll be quad effective stab to be exact. So that's when I get this thing out the way, and now the battle can be more easier for me. I can actually do the damage I've been wanting to do for a long time, and of course the ice is gonna hurt me, which is unfortunate. So now I'm gonna send out. I'm gonna try to do what's it call it? I'm trying to send out Greninja, and I kind of knew that was gonna do like probably like bullet punch or something like that, or earthquake. And even though Greninja's kind of paper thin, it can still at least take one hit, even where it's poison. So Greninja's really just my personal. He wasn't Death Water, but he was trying to. For me, he was getting the game back on track, and that's why for this turn I put Skull. I knew he probably gonna thought I was gonna do a dark move, which I wasn't know. So I just went with a neutral stab. Skull, and anything after that is a bonus. So, and also get the burn off, I believe, and I did half damage. That's pretty good. Also, the ice is still coming down, which is unfortunate for me, but unfortunate for my opponent too, because more for my opponent because Greninja is faster, and I don't mind letting my Greninja die. And this is the funny part is I'm gonna KO this Xerneas, and it's gonna turn into Azure Greninja, but there's really no point to it because it's gonna die to ice anyway. And it was just funny to me because it was just like a waste of a transformation. Like I think everything should be resolved first, then the transformation, so it'd be just make the battle quicker and stuff like that. And right now this battle is going more smooth for me because when you first start facing an opponent, and you kind of know their play style and whatnot, it's better to that's why I like doing 2 out of 3, because when you know your opponent, you get to adjust stuff like that. That's why I got to burn my ground on to counteract the Xerneas or anything like that. So I send out my Tapu Lele, and I'm gonna immediately get the Psychic Terrain up so it can't use bullet punch on me. So, and this is where I use my Shadow Ball, so I can try to get this thing out. But my opponent probably forgot or didn't know that it can use bullet punch. So that's why I use my Shadow Ball, and at this point it's kind of game. And it was a pretty good match. I enjoyed both matches. We agreed that, and this is where I kind of knew the game because I started to I kind of just started to let Life Orb do his thing on his own. Like Regice came back in, and Poison, of course, but it's my special wall, so if you use Ice Beam, it's not going to be effective. And the Life Orb is going to be my opponent's end. That's why Life Orb can be tricky at times, because that tip percentage can really add up. And especially with my leftovers too, you're really gonna spend like 3 hits on my Regice. And let's do the math here. 10 out of 10 it equals up to 100. And so you only have a few moves to go. And I think this was the crit right here, and it wasn't. So it was just Life Orb damage. So it was just smart just to go for my opponent. But at this point, I already got an attack off too, so that was even a bonus. So after that, I just kept letting Life Orb do his thing, like I said before. And unfortunately, Regice goes down, which it's a pain to see. But the Life Orb is guaranteeing this for me in a way. So that's why I kind of sent out Lucario, even though I know I can't bullet punch the thing, and I know I'm not faster. So just let the Life Orb do its thing. And that's when I go for my attack, no matter what attack I go for, it's going to KO the Greninja. So I really enjoyed these matches. If you want to hit me up, or when I'm on stream, or just say, hey, I feel like battling with Hydro, just hit me up. I'm gonna just watch it. If you watch it all the way to the end of the video, I'm gonna have my new outro, and that's all the ways you can contact me. I really enjoy playing the game, and it doesn't matter if you Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon. I like playing my subscribers and interacting with you guys, and I really thank you guys for any support that you have given me. So GG's to my opponent, and thank you. Have a good day. Goodbye.